What's good, HEXO traders and investors? It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Today is Thursday, February 16th. Hope you're well. And in this short video, we're going to be discussing HEXO Corp, getting a lot of updates or requests for an update with regards to HEXO. We've been seeing some activity in the pre-market, a lot of manipulation it seems, but we're going to be talking about the weekly uptrend that's currently on watch. We do have a triple top that I'm going to point out here as well, and we'll jump into some technical analysis and my thoughts and opinions on the days and weeks ahead and what we need to continue to see going on from here on out. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos. Power Group YouTube channel approaching 500,000 views, so thank you very much for everybody that has supported me along the way. Like I mentioned, there's been some activity in the morning. We've been seeing HEXO run up over 20%, 20-30% in the pre-market, and I think it hit $2.15 USD today in the pre-market. We were talking about that amongst the Power Group private community members, and that's something we've been seeing this trend develop quite a bit lately, where we're seeing the price move in the morning, and we're starting to finally see volume, and we know that volume usually precedes price, so we're going to continue to keep an eye out on the pre-market, as that has been, like I said, a little bit of an indicator that we could see some volatility soon. And based on how beaten down we are, I would think the volatility would be to the upside. We do also have, just as a reminder, we have earnings scheduled for about a month away from today, and that's going to be for a period ending in January 2023. And the EPS forecast from analysts are negative 0.0233, so very close to EPS positive. We know that when the Tilray deal closed, they said that it could be 3 to 4 quarters from then where they hit cash flow positive. Also, the revenue forecast is 41.7 million. We've missed on the last 5 quarters, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did beat this quarter. And we know that HEXO and management has been getting rid of products that haven't been selling, and they've been getting rid of those low margins, ones that aren't profitable, focusing on the products that are providing high margins and profitability. And not every sale, not all revenue is good revenue, as Charlie Bowman said. But I do think that with the introduction of the new TNT animal runs, things like that, the new craft, anywhere from 30 to 36% THC in animal runs, I think that's going to really help. And we're going to see a lot of the Redecan readies. We've been seeing upgrades to those as well. And yeah, we have the Tyson 2.0. It's going to be really interesting to see how that all unfolds. But I did a video on this yesterday. If you haven't seen this, Twitter to allow ads for MJ and THC products in the United States. So this was huge news. And realistically, ever since that news came out, HEXO's been on a little bit of a mini tear. Also, we have Canadian MJ is in peril. Industry leaders call on feds to help. So we're finally starting to see MJ CEOs. So Canadian MJ business owners are calling for help from the federal government, saying high tax rates and strict rules have left their businesses struggling to survive, right? And what have I been saying? We're only in the first inning, right? We're 4 years young here in Canada, but nonetheless, we're still going on 5 years of legal MJ in Canada, and we still have so many laws and regulations. We just had the drink limit increase. We still have a 30-gram limit on each order. We don't have drinks in convenience stores or restaurants or bars or venues, things like that yet. We don't have advertising, traditional advertising abilities that some other industries have, like the alcohol industry, for example, right? And we still have high taxation. So what we were talking about in the Power Group private community, shout out to the member, you know who you are, brought up a good point. No high taxes until after the companies are profitable. So once your MJ company is profitable, then charge them with these high excessive tax rates. But when a company is struggling to survive, it just makes absolutely no sense. So we had a bunch of CEOs from Pure Sun Farms. There was also high excise taxes have been one of the biggest challenges for the business, the CEOs said in Wednesday's press conference. So we should see something coming out of this, and the new budget bill as well. So we'll see if there's any developments there. Also, MGO names 50 game changers in MJ, including Diddy, Mike Tyson, and more. They go on to list quite a few different MJ companies. Tilray is one of them. Obviously, we know they're partnered with HEXO, and they're the big debt holder and the strategic alliance between the two. But they didn't mention HEXO here, which I found to be a little bit odd. But we know that usually the ones that are winners, the long-term winners, the media tends to leave those out because they're still accumulating, right? Just like Tesla, whenever all the Wall Street analysts were saying, oh, it's not worth any money. Toyota makes more cars in a year than in a month than Tesla makes in a year, and they'll never be profitable. They're going bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. And we all know that Tesla was the leader in the space and the one that provided the most returns. But I did want to mention that we have Tyson 2.0 on here, which, as we know, they selected HEXO as the preferred manufacturer to to produce those in Canada. And we know that T2.0 Legendary OG just came out, and that, like I said, is utilizing the Redecan tech. And we're also seeing the Soleil Slims from Tilray, which is also the Redecan tech, as part of the strategic alliance there with HEXO, and focusing on the pre-rolls. So like I said, that's something that we'll continue to monitor as well. I think HEXO is going to be the preferred manufacturer and the 100% pure MJ play and manufacturer. I think is, it's very clear that HEXO has the best innovation, has the best technology, and just, tons of people wanting to work with HEXO. But we'll take a look at the chart here. So like I said, over the last few days, we've finally seen some volatility, and this time to the upside. We had a 35% move there off of the low. We did lose the daily uptrend, which means zoom out to the weekly time frame and look for weekly consolidation. One thing I want to point out here is we're very close to closing over this yellow line. So this yellow line is the weekly EMA12 exponential moving average, and we're coming out of weekly oversold, and we could potentially be seeing the RSI have a momentum shift and head back up to weekly overbought. But what I'm looking for, what do you see on this chart that's extremely notable? If you went short every time we back tested that yellow line, EMA12 on the weekly time frame, you would have won, right? And bears won obviously since February 2021 highs. We are now down from that high to the low. We're now down over 99%. That's not just HEXO. If you look at other names, right, CGC, from its February 2021 high to currently, it's down 96%. Even Tilray, right, everybody's favorite in Canada for the most part, down over 96% as well. So yes, HEXO down 99%. But one thing I want to show is that when we confirmed weekly and monthly downtrends, and we had the bear cross of the EMAs here back in summer 2021, that's when everything went on a complete landslide and bloodbath, right? But look what happened. We confirmed it as support, and then we lost it, confirmed it as resistance, resistance, resistance. So something that's going to be a huge momentum shift, an indicator that we could see some sustained upside. We're going to be watching for a weekly candle close. We haven't closed above it ever since the price was at, factoring post split, it was at the high there of 154, but that was around $11 if you don't factor in the reverse split, the one for 14. But like I said, we haven't closed above that line ever since we lost it, and we had that massive run up in February 2021. Then we entered the bear market, and it's just been strong resistance, an absolute brick wall. And if we can close the candle above that, that's going to be the first time. The last time we closed above that candle was way back here. So it has now been 616 days and 88 weeks since we've closed above EMA12. Right now, EMA12 is currently sitting at 169. So if we can close the week over EMA12, that is going to be a massive momentum shift. We want to see probably two to three candle closes above it. Usually one isn't enough. We want to see two, or there's magic in threes. We want to see that confirmation in the two or three candles above it. So that if that does happen, and we're also setting up for a weekly trend change here. So as you can see, we have the low, high, higher low. Now we're scouting a higher high to give us that weekly uptrend. But right now it's a triple top at 178. We hit 178, 177, 178. So if we can get over 178, that's going to confirm the weekly uptrend. Then we'll zoom out to the monthly time frame. We'll watch for the monthly bounce to get underway, and then we'll look for a high, a higher low, and higher high. But until we confirm monthly uptrends, we can't be confident that the bottom is in. But we not just HEXO, we need the whole sector, right? The MJ ETF, HMMJ, MSOS ETF. Once those all confirm monthly uptrends, then we'll be confident that the whole sector is entering a new bull market. But like I said, still lots of work to do, multiple months of work to do, because we still have to form a high, a higher low, and a higher high. We're going to need at least 3 or 4 candles for that to happen. But that could potentially mean some positive outcome from earnings, because if we see a beat on revenue and EPS, that would be great to see. But we could see positive adjusted EBITDA. Aurora was a bit of a indication that we could start to see this more and more with LPs, and I think HEXO could be next. So if we do see positive adjusted EBITDA next month in March earnings, that would be huge for the stock. And then we could potentially see EPS positive over the next 2 to 3 quarters. That's what I'm going to be looking out for. So it's all about that triple top and 178 USD resistance. If we can get over that triple top, that will confirm the weekly uptrend, and then we'll look for the monthly uptrend, and then not just in HEXO, but the rest of the sector as well. But taking a look at the 10-week moving average, we are set to close over the 10-week moving average there at 142. And again, we're starting to see multiple confirmations of closes above that. So this is what we want to see. We want to see the weekly EMA, close over weekly EMA12 as well, and confirm the weekly uptrend all in one go. This is looking really, really good. And we have a lot of runway. We have no moving average resistance on the weekly until the 50 there at 338. So like I said, if we can get over 178, we could easily be heading back to our 200-day moving average, which we have yet to test ever since the February 2021 highs, and we lost it. We had the death cross back here with the 50 above the 200. When the price crossed, it was at $52 and then went all the way down to 90 cents. Now we're seeing a potential golden cross with the 50 crossing below and then up through the 200-day moving average. Last time that happened, price was at around 40 bucks and went all the way up to 154. So we're seeing another massive buy signal, and we're way more beaten down than we are now. The 200-day moving average is there at 260, and we have the 100 there at 199. So $2 psychological will be the next resistance after 178 if we do get above it. Get above that triple top, confirm the weekly uptrend. $2 psychological also lining up there with the 100 moving average. Then we have nothing until about 260. And then, like I said, after that, nothing until about 338 until the 50 weekly. So it's looking really good. Like I said, we still got multiple months though, so we can't count our chickens before they hatch, so to speak, right? But we can't get too ahead of ourselves. We still need HEXO to confirm weekly uptrends. Then we need monthly. So, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. We could see a golden cross over the next few weeks as well. And I do think that March earnings could be we could very well see positive adjusted EBITDA. So going at it there, let me know what you think in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. If you could smash the like on the way out, I would appreciate it. If you think I earned it today, share the video with anybody that might find value. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you again on the next video.